Are some people condemned by God in this lifetime, by Krishna's mercy? Sukriti शब्द कहे, कृष्ण कृपा हेतु पुण्य, सई यांग्र है, फैला, पाए सई धन्य. Quote, the word sukriti refers to pious activities performed by the mercy of Krishna. One who is fortunate enough to obtain such mercy receives the remnants of the Lord's food and thus becomes glorious. Lord Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya 16:100.
Do you ever get sick of hearing from people who feel they have been assisted by divine intervention? They speak of how they were previously down on their luck. They were so low that the sky is all they could see. They were in the depths of depression, stuck in this vicious cycle of indulgence followed by regret, not to mention the physical and mental pain associated with lack of control over the senses. These people were Ajitendriya, which is described nicely by both Prahlad Maharaja and Sita Devi. When things turn around for such people, they feel that God personally intervened on their behalf. He lifted them up, you see. He brought them into the light. Of course, they provide no evidence of this. It is a feeling they have, an intuition. They cannot explain how they know, but they just do. At least that is their testimony. I am not against this idea of being thankful, but do these people fail to realize how offensive it is to constantly hear of their triumphs? If one person feels blessed by God, doesn't that mean others are condemned? Some people never make it out of their depression. They succumb to their addictions. Does that mean they were forsaken by the Almighty? You realize that is what they are saying. What other explanation can there be? Avashyam vinshishyanti sarve ravan rakshasa. Yesham tvam karkasho raja durbuddhirajitendriya. Quote, O Ravan, inevitably all of the Rakshasas will be completely destroyed, for they have a person like you, who is stupid, lustful, and unable to control his senses, for their king. Sita Devi, speaking to Ravan, Valmiki Ramayan, Aranyakand, 48:22.
Karma is the missing factor in the analysis. Karma explains everything. More specifically, it is the results to karma. These are known as fruits, phalam. Some are good and some are bad. Not surprisingly, the deeds that are good result in phalam that are positive. The worst deeds invite punishment. That will eventually arrive, like the trees producing flowers in the proper season. Avashyam labhate jantu phalam papasya karmanah, ghoram paryagate kale drumah pushpamivartavam. Quote, just as a tree starts to blossom during the proper season, so the doer of sinful deeds inevitably reaps the horrible fruit of their actions at the appropriate time. Lord Rama speaking to Khara, Valmiki Ramayan, Aranyakand, 29:8. The variety to circumstances based on karma is actually not tied to the Almighty. He is not to blame since karma involves choice. This is at the heart of the living experience in the material world. In this regard, the so-called religion of Hinduism is actually a philosophy. It is a way to govern the life experience. The philosophy has a set of law codes known as Shastra. Shastra corrects, advises, and also limits. Shastra can only do these things when there is acceptance. When a state leader praises the documents which led to the founding of the nation, it should be understood that those documents are only pieces of paper with words written on them. It is the adherence to the documents which makes the difference between a peaceful community and one fallen into chaos and tumult. In the same way, through following the principles of Shastra, there is the opportunity to carry out good deeds. This is the positive kind of karma. Going against Shastra leads to consequences of the opposite nature. The missing factor in the understanding is vision. The results to karma may not manifest immediately, and when they do manifest, they may not remain for a long time. Nevertheless, it is always some action, kriya, that triggers the appearance of the result. Karma is an important principle to understand because knowledge of karma serves as an impetus for positive behavior. Otherwise, we can only speculate as to the reason for the difference in conditions. We say that it is bad luck when something bad happens. It is good fortune when a person elevates to a different status. If luck or chance were at the forefront, then we are practically hopeless. We cannot do anything about luck, and so there is no impetus for behaving piously. This is, of course, outside of the lofty promises for a better future in the afterlife, which is something we cannot yet directly validate. Some people certainly are condemned directly by the hand of the divine. This is confirmed in Bhagavad-gita, where Sri Krishna describes various kinds of demoniac individuals. At the same time, it is their choice to follow this route, and so they essentially invite their own punishment. Tan aham dvishatha kruran, sansareshu naradhaman, kshipamya ajasram ashubhan, asurishva eva yonishu. Quote, "Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life." Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita, 16:19. Attributing a result to the cause of chance is due to ignorance of the actual cause. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains the concept of sukriti. These are meritorious credits. They are like the good kind of phalam resulting from actions. We experience the benefits from the accumulated sukriti, but we might not remember the associated deeds. The sukriti can be known, such through giving in charity, following pious behavior, and reading sacred texts. Sukriti can also be from an unknown source. This is described as agyat sukriti. Saintly people of the Vedic tradition are so kind that they try their best to create sukriti for others, even if the beneficiaries forever remain unaware. It is certainly nice for a person to acknowledge the blessings they receive. They understand that not everything is in their control, that there must have been some higher force playing a hand in their upliftment. This does not necessarily mean that others are condemned. Rather, they have yet to make the turn in the right direction. With some accumulated sukriti, they can rise to a level that transcends even karma. This is the ultimate objective of the human birth. Shastra targets this very destination. In closing, oh, so many blessings to receive, my story you would not believe, but others as condemned known, since same mercy not shown, matter of sukriti at the heart, that from pious deed the start, soon just a matter of time to notice hand of the divine.